Hello team, welcome back to the channel. I have locked in the next big goal, the next big race. I am excited and we're going to talk about what the next 5 months look like. Gosh, every time I come back here I always wonder why I don't come more often. This is the trails around kind of the lower North Shore heading towards Balmoral Beach. Oh, look at this. I mean, come on. God, it's good. Oh, gosh. I sprained an ankle. So, just some general training updates. No backyard ultra chat. No UTA chat. We are on to the next thing, which I keep thinking is 6 months away, but probably more like 5 months, closing in on 4 months. That is the Kosci 100, or 107 technically. That is happening at the end of November. So I'm looking forward to having an ultra that is far enough away that I don't have to cram, I don't have to rush training. So I'm in this really nice place where I can just run when I want, how I want, how far, how long, how fast. It's all up to me with no real structure, which is enjoyable when you've been training specifically for an event for a while. I think it's so nice to have some separation from that, and I think there's a time and a place for structure and a time and a place for freedom. And when I say freedom, making sure that you're still applying all of the good training principles of progressive overload and recovery, specificity, but also allowing yourself to have fun, try new things, miss a few runs if you're not feeling it, do a few different activities. I think now is a great time to do that. And then I think when we are 4 months out, or 16 weeks, then the proper training will commence again. Now, the great thing for me is that I really enjoy training. I really enjoy doing this, going out for a lovely afternoon trail run, running with friends. I love all aspects of training. The racing for me is not the important part. So I go through these waves of being so excited by races and events and really wanting to get faster and get better results and be really competitive and push myself. And yeah, I love the idea of challenging myself in that way. And then I also go through waves of why bother racing? Why pay hundreds of dollars to run when you could just run by yourself without the pressure, without the expense, all of that kind of thing. I really come and go between those ideas, and I think for me racing is more about the ability to have an experience and have a memory and connect with different people, run somewhere new that, you know, maybe I wouldn't feel safe or able to run without the structure and support of an event. You know, if I was to head to Kosciuszko and try and run 100 Ks with no aid stations, no volunteers, no course markings, yeah, it would be an adventure for sure, but it'd be a very different experience. And there's something nice about the shared suffering and meeting people of all walks of life, coming across them mid-run, sharing a kilometre or two together, sharing war stories, and really just having this deep understanding for what each other are going through in that moment. And you just don't get that as much on more solo adventures. So I'm really looking forward to Kosci 100. It's the first 100k that I am actually signed up for, training for, not trying to do spontaneously and not doing in a backyard ultra format. So I'm looking forward to completing the distance, running somewhere new. So in terms of the training, there'll be a decent amount of time on feet, long runs, double runs, back-to-back long runs, hill sessions, all of the typical trail ultra prep. What I will be doing differently though this time is incorporating more cross training. If you watched my cycling video, you'll know that I'm a beginner, keen cyclist and really looking forward to incorporating that into training and getting some different kind of aerobic stimulus and not focusing so much on just running all the time. Wow, this view. In the lead up to both of my backyard ultras, I got a bit bored of the same repetitive commuting run to work by myself in the dark, and I just want to get back to more social running, more run clubs, more training with friends, because I think that is at the core of what I love about running, is sharing it with people and seeing new places. So when I'm just running to and from work, you know, it's nice to run over the harbour bridge, but it can get repetitive on your own, and I really like the adventure part of trail running. I like exploring somewhere new, and sharing it with cool people is just the ultimate dream. So this block I'm really going to focus on running with friends, running in new places, and spending as many of my runs in the trails as possible. Some other key differences this time around will be really having a stronger focus on strength training. The last couple of times I've had a solid strength foundation, but really dropped the volume and made it really minimal effective dose, which I think is okay, but I know that more strength training is just going to benefit me. I don't think it's going to take away from my training as long as I'm managing my load pretty well. I think I'm going to be running a little bit less, so there should be more time and more energy for bigger strength sessions. So I'm keen, particularly in the first half of the training program, to have a really big focus on some good solid strength sessions to make sure that I'm minimizing my injury risk as much as possible, and also just to maintain some strength and form in the later stages of the race. I think that's probably something that I've missed over the last few ultras, is not having that ability to stay strong. I really fatigue quickly and have this significant drop in ability to continue running well. I think there's obviously lots of elements to that. I think part of that can be from doing some more intentional, purposeful strength training. Another aspect that I really want to focus on this time is more threshold training, more tempo training. So the last year or so, 95%, 99% of what I've done has all just been easy jogging. My intention with previous races has just been to get as far as I can. So I haven't felt the need to incorporate as much speed work, and because of logistics and timing and different factors, I dropped the ball with any kind of speed work for the last probably 6 months. So speed work is back in the program, and what I really want to start building in later on is some progressive long runs, some long runs with a faster finish, practicing running well, maintaining a decent pace, good form once I'm already fatigued, because I think that could be a bit of a missing link with my ultra races, is my ability to maintain a solid effort for a long time. I think I can move for a long time, but the pace really drops off. So if I can get more comfortable at those slightly higher intensities, not all out sprints, but slightly higher intensities, I think that will really make my easy pace, my ultra pace, feel way more comfortable and way more sustainable for longer. So that will be a good addition. So the 3 big things that I'll be changing with this block is more cross training, less running volume, more higher intensity threshold and tempo work, and more strength training. I'd love to hear from anyone in the comments who's done Kosci before, whatever distance. I'd love to know what the terrain's like, what the elevation is like, any tips, any favourite or least favourite parts of the course. I've never run in that area at all, so I'm a total newbie. Looking forward to documenting the next few months leading up to Kosci, and I'm excited to share it all with you. I'll also be running with my partner Zach, and it'll be his first ultra, so hopefully get him on the camera and demonstrate his preparation as a more beginner or novice runner, and hopefully we can have a good day and finish strong together. Oh, the other thing that I will be working on this time around, which just reminded me because of how dark it is right now, is running in the dark. If you watch the YouTube video, you'll know that I really struggled once it got dark. So practicing that, I've got my head torch with me now. I think basically once I turn around on this run, it will be dark enough to warrant a headlamp. So I'm going to pop that on. It's only about 4Ks back to the car. So that'll be a nice little easy intro. And I'm going to kind of try and get as much exposure to that over the next 4 or 5 months as I can, so that once it gets dark at Kosci, I feel confident, feel comfortable, feel safe. And yeah, I think it's just something that is an interesting skill to work on and is a nice way to add some variety to the training, because running in the dark definitely feels different to running in the light. Ooh, nice little bird in the background, but yeah, I'm going to pop the headlamp on soon and test it out. Alrighty, thanks for watching, team. Please like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.